It's our final show of the year, and it can only mean just one thing. We are counting down the top 30 biggest tracks of the Digital Groove playlist. So grab your snacks, grab a drink, turn up your radio. This is the Digital Groove Top 30. Digital Groove.
Yes! The time has come. Very good evening to you. I hope you had an absolutely amazing Christmas Day, Stephen's Day if you're here in Ireland, maybe Boxing Day if you're in the UK, or the day after Christmas if you're anywhere else in the world. Anyway, I hope you had a lovely time of festivities with hopefully those you love, and hopefully it was a peaceful and joyous occasion for you. Well, it's a joyous occasion for us tonight on the Digital Groove. It's our final show of 2021. And what does that mean? You just heard it. It means it's time to bring you the 30 biggest tunes off our playlist from this year. Over 1,500, you believe that? 1,500 records we've played on the show this year, got our way through this year, through all our shows. And tonight, we bring you the creme de la creme, 30 to 1 until midnight, 3 hours. We are counting them down for you tonight, okay? Once again, thanks to Kimura. He's made way for us to do it again this year, all the way till midnight. This is number 30. This is how we're starting things off tonight. This is on GAM Enterprises Records from Ukokos and Jabco. The tune is called Hands On. It's number 30. And I've great memories of walking around in one of the many lockdowns here in Ireland this year on a glorious summer's day with this blaring in the headphones, looking over the valley in Avoca here going, somebody pray for me.
Number 30. Number 30. Digital Groove Crop. 30 tunes, 3 hours. The countdown is on to number 1. Number 30.
Number 30. Somebody pray for me. Oh, yes. You know, I just love the whole kind of good many kind of drums used with the gospel. It was mad. It is number 30. What a combo. You Kokos and Jabko. It was called Hands On. GAM Enterprises was the label. And it is number 30 in our top 30 countdown. Kicking things off. Oh, here we go. Huge love for this man. He's been on our show many times. He's featured in our top 30s many times. He was even on our 10th anniversary radio show for a little chat. We're big fans of this man. Here he is at number 29, taking on an amazing record. I love the original of this record by the Brand New Heavies, and this is a great cover version. At 29, it's full flavour. It's called You Are the Universe. And if you're familiar with our show and familiar with this man's productions, you will know straight away this can only be Michele Kivarini. Dome Records was the label. Number 29, full flavour. You Are the Universe.
29.
Feel good music. It's number 29. And you know, hats off. I don't have the funny hats. I had all the funny hats last week, but anyway, if I had my funny hats on, hats off to Michele Chiaverini, because I love the original of that tune. And normally when you love the original of a tune, it's very hard to beat that. And boy did he beat that there. Isn't that amazing? Full Flava at 29 this year in our top 30 tunes of the year. 2021, of course, this year. You Are the Universe, originally brand new heavies. I think with Nadia Davenport on vocals, could be wrong. But I love that tune originally, and I love this probably even more. Michele Chiaverini on the remix for Dome Records. Yeah, but I look forward every year to this show. It's just this show where every tune is not only special, but should really just get better and better and better and better all the way till midnight. And yeah, I just was looking forward to this all over Christmas, bringing you this on the radio tonight. And we're only 2 tunes in. That says it all. Right. Although I must say, I did agonise over the top 100, and this is where this is taken from. These top 30 tunes are taken from the alphabetically listed top 100 from our playlist. But these are counted down in merit, so they're counted down in order of 30 all the way to 1. There's very little between all of them, I can tell you that much, for sure. And of course, absolutely everything we play on the show all year we love anyway, right? But these are our special tunes. What qualifies these as the top 30, you might ask? Well, of course, I curate the show, so I guess they're my favourite tunes of the year, but they're the tunes that had the reaction on the limited amount of time we played to a dance floor this year. The reaction we had on the radio when people heard these tunes and got in touch and went, what was that? Please. And the sing-along ability, the earwormness of some of these tunes that you go around or wake up the next day going, din, 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 din. What was that I heard last night? Oh, yeah. So that's a criteria. This is one of those prime examples of an earworm that will have you grooving and singing along. Number 28. This is Blocking Crown with Paul Parsons and Amber Red. It's called She's Got To Be, and this is the new disco club mix. The label here was Gimme The Night at number 28. 28.
She's a freak of Mother Nature, one of a kind. Her body moves in such style and grace, a perfect picture with every line in place. She's so neat, I'm in your toes. She's so sweet, I don't know. She's so neat, I'm in your toes. She's so sweet, I don't know.
The cream of the Digital Groove crop. 30 tunes, 3 hours. The countdown is on to number 1.
She's so neat.
know, we played so much of Block and Crown and or Adri Block and or Paul Parsons during the year on the digital group. And if you have a look at our top 100, you will see their name crop up more than a few times. Well, this is at number 28. What a collab. Block and Crown with Paul Parsons and Amber Red this time. The tune there is called She's Got To Be. It's the new disco club mix on Gimme the Night. Now don't worry, we're going to recap all these at the top of the hour, okay? So if you missed the names, or if you missed the tunes and you rock in and you were at number 24 or something, you go, oh, it was before this. We'll recap these at the top of each hour, okay? And we're on for an extra hour tonight, don't worry. Count them down for you, as we always do. Okay, great memory of number 27 we're about to play for you next. And actually, it's it's sort of my memory, but it's not really my memory. It's the memory of somebody else playing this tune. So I was fortunate enough to do some gigs at all this year. A lot of people who were DJing out there across the world didn't even get a chance to get up and play in front of a crowd of people. But I was fortunate to have a few gigs, and I was fortunate to have a few international gigs. Well, my first international gig was on the 17th of September this year, and it was all the way over in Bratislava at the Velvet Bar and Lounge in Bratislava in Slovakia with my good friend DJ Charlie Brown, who incidentally celebrated his birthday last week, so happy birthday to you, mate, belated. Anyway, myself and Charlie were playing this particular Friday night, and this tune had only dropped the day before I left, I think, and we listened to it before we went to the club going, whoa, whoa, whoa. And like that, sometimes when you hear a tune initially, you go, yeah, it's nice, I like that. But when you hear it in a club, on a system, being played to people, you suddenly go, is that tune? No way! That is unbelievable! That is unbelievable! And that's what happened with this. Charlie dropped this in his set, and I dropped it as well when I heard him play it. It's number 27 from Mark Wilkinson and Kenny Thomas.
I got you running through my veins. I feel you in every part of me. We are one. Yes, we are the same. It's all about love, baby. I'm so glad that you came.
27.
By your side, feels so right when you're moving next to me. Yeah. See the sun shining in my mind, got everything I want, baby, right in front of my eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, it is 27. Mark Wilkinson and Kenny Thomas. Sweet, sweet music. This is the 2021 extended mix. Life Remix is the label on this. Now here's where everything begins to take off, all right? Now just my memory of hearing this right now was this bit. When this all kicks in, this is an old CJ McIntosh trick of going from the vocal into the dub version. And this takes off right now like you wouldn't believe. It's number 27 in our top 30 of 2021. And you're about to hear why.
27.
Classy, timeless house music from Mark Wilkinson, of course it is. Him and Problem Kids and all that back in the day. Mark Wilkinson, the legendary Kenny Thomas. Sweet, sweet music at number 27. The 2021 extended mix for you.
26.
Right, this is a recent addition. We played this a few weeks back. And when I heard it, I went, well, that's in the top 30 for sure. Play a lot of this man's music this year and all the years. He's a dear friend of ours. His name is Peter Major, goes under the name Opo Lopo, and this is our friends at Groove Culture utilising some Opo Lopo magic for Stone featuring Suline Fleming with Give It Up.
26.
My dreams come alive when you are
26.
Give it up for my baby.
Kind of growling bass line, rumbling away. Say grumbling away, just growling and rumbling together. Away. Yeah, it just rumbles away there. Yeah. The legendary class act that is Oppo Lopo on the remix for our friends, our dear friends of Groove Culture, Andy T and Mickey Moore. That's Stow Him featuring Celine Fleming. Played a lot of Celine Fleming vocals on the show this year too, so great year she's had. Nice to see her in the top 30. At 26, it's Give It Up with Oppo Di Lopo on the remix. Peter Major, amazing job as always. Played a lot of Oppo Lopo this year, but that from me, the minute I heard it on the show, went, whoa, come on, seriously? That's ridiculous.
Give it up for my baby.
So if you have just joined us tonight, the Digital Groove, slightly different show for us. This year, always we do it, the final show of the year. We count you down the 30 amazing tunes from our playlist this year of over 1,500 records. So this is the creme de la creme at 29 minutes past 9 p.m. this Monday, the 27th. Wow, 27th of December. And we're going till midnight tonight. And we're basically going to do sort of the 30 to 20, 20 to 11, and the top 10 for the last hour. You know what I mean? 10 an hour-ish. We'll do a little recap at the top of each hour as well of what you heard and the number they were. That okay? So you don't miss anything, right? This next man is a former number one. In fact, he was number one last year. He was also our artist or producer or both of the decade on our 10th anniversary show. We love this man so much. It would not be the top 30 without this man. Simply say no more. I am, of course, talking about Ross Couch. For anyone going, who? It could only be Ross Couch. At 25 this year, it's called Simple Things on his own Body Rhythm Records. And may I just say, I don't like to give the game away at all on the top 30 tunes of the year, but you would be a fool to rule out Ross Couch making one appearance in our top 30. I don't think he ever has.
25. Number 2.
It's amazing. I thought I'd do that much later in the show. There we go. First mistake. Number 25. It's the downside of not being in the radio centre a second year in a row. I have all these normally push button on the screen. I'll have to put them on a CDJ tonight. 25.
Digital Groove Crop. 30 tunes, 3 hours. The countdown is on to number 1. 25.
There you are, the legendary Ross Couch. You know, over the years, I think Ross Couch has featured at least twice every top 30 that I can remember. And he's normally in the top 30 to 20 initially, right? And that's kind of the Ross Couch teaser track. And you kind of know, man, if that's the teaser track, what's the one that's further down going to be like? Yeah, well, you'll have to find out. Anyway, that's the only game I'm giving away tonight. Right, okay. Yeah, funny enough. Just thinking about some of the way the show has kind of morphed. It just morphs over years. That's what happens with everything in life, really, isn't it? And you know, we probably play a lot more deep house in the inverted comma sense, deeper stuff, and then we not used to, but a lot more than we did, I guess. An hour 2 at the start of hour 2 every Monday night at 10 o'clock. We go a little deep for you, and that is reflected, I guess, in the top 30 this year. A few deep ones in here tonight. Here's the first of them. I have to say, I absolutely adored this man's productions this year. Everything he did. He was one of those DJs and artists that when I saw his name on something, as a promo or on Tracksource, I went, this is going to be good. I don't even have to listen to this and I know it's going to be good. And he never let me down. If I tell you it's DeMarcus Lewis, you'd be forgiven for thinking that's what I'm talking about. I'm not. I'm talking about Christian B, who's on the remix on this. This is DeMarcus Lewis, Let Myself Go. Christian B's bumpin' Philly mix. And something really emotional about this, and I must say I found a lot of Christian B's music very emotional this year, very emotive, something deeper in it. Poga House was the label here at number 24.
24.
24.
something really deeply emotional about that track. And obviously, don't think obviously emotional, just subconsciously emotional. I guess, maybe I'm overthinking things, but I guess just the way the world has been for the last 2 years now, well, I guess people are feeling things a little deeper than they used to, and maybe artists are creating a little deeper than they used to too, or expressing themselves in that way. And I certainly picked up on that. I don't know about you, but maybe I'm overthinking things. I don't know. But I felt a lot more emotional music this year, deep emotional house music, and it helped me, and hopefully it helped you. And there you go. It's at number 24 this year. It is Christian B on the Bumpin' Philly mix for DeMarcus Lewis. Let Myself Go, the name of that. Of course, using really well, because if someone wants to just tell you about that, you go, but if ain't nobody, I'm not sure about that. Really well using that. Fair play, lads. Brilliant. Poga House was the label there, Martin Depp's label, who of course we're huge fans of too. So yeah, it's great. 24, there you are. Lovely. As I was saying, we will be recapping these just before we go into our top 20. So we'll count you back down in clips from 30 to 21 just before 10 o'clock tonight, okay? Right, sort of variation on a theme. This tune also, I found this tune, the next tune I'm going to play, number 23 for you, popping into my head a lot, and it still does. It just comes in at these emotional times. Out of nowhere, just comes in I don't know, whatever magic they worked with this lovely vocal, the way the vocal is mixed into this, really hit me, and really love this tune. It's number 23 from Carl Hanahan and Ridney. The tune is called Peace. I'm going to play the original mix tonight.
23.
Label here was Let There Be House out of Newcastle in England. Yeah, something about this tune, really is. There's a nice Ridley mix of this too, about a month after this came out, but we're going to play the original tonight. And yeah, this is a definite earworm, and I've played this out a lot too. They're just ticking a lot of boxes in this emotionally, aren't they? Anyway, it is number 23 on this year's Top 30 Countdown.
23. 23. 23.
Absolutely, just ticking all those boxes, isn't it? Really special record, that, really. Number 23 for Carl Hanahan and Ridney, tune called Peace. The original mix, Let There Be House was the label there. Yeah, just, I don't know, the combo of that vocal with that piano just kicks you right in the feels, doesn't it? Right. These guys have had another amazing year. They just go from strength to strength. I'm talking about Saison, Lee Darlow and Matthew Bandy. Here they are on the remix at number 22 for Mr. Michael Gray, none other. Featuring Kelly Say this time. It's called Over and Over. Good few mixes came out of this over the last, I think it was the last year at least, but this really took my breath away. The Saison remix on Sultra Records.
22. 22. The cream of the Digital Groove crop. 30 tunes, 3 hours. The countdown is on to number 1.
I'm in love again. I'm in love again. I'm in love again.
22.
You know, they really have carved out such a unique sound, Saison, haven't they, really? And yeah, there's just nothing quite like them. You kind of know them straight away, and yet it's just them, you know, it's not, you know, only they can do it. And of course, you'll find them peppered throughout our top 100 this year. Well, here they are at number 22 on the remix for the legendary Michael Gray. This time his tune Over and Over with Kelly Say on the vocals. It came out on Sultra Records. and Saison just put their stamp all over this at number 22 this year.
I'm in love again. I'm in love again. I'm in love again. Love again. I'm in love again. But
Yeah, we're only really getting going tonight. We're here until midnight for the final Digital Groove of 2021. It is the 27th of December, and this is the top 30 countdown of our playlist. We're about to take a recap after the next tune, bringing you from 30 to 21 what we played this hour. We got to get to 21 first. Is next. Right now, just 11 minutes away from 10 p.m. tonight on the radio. If you're listening, of course, if you're watching or listening back another time, discard the time checks, but you might be listening live tonight. Now, a good old friend of mine next. He featured in our top 30, I think last year actually. He doesn't make tunes very often, but when he does, boy oh boy. Boy oh boy. I actually used to play his tunes on the sound system back in the day. Now, honest to God, it's nothing to do with that. It's an amazing record, simple as that. It's number 21 this year. It came out on Midnight Riot, believe it or not. And it was my man, Darren Giles. The tune was called Take Me.
21.
I played this out a lot this year and I had the same reaction every time. Oh, yes. Come on. Lovely sweet breakdown of this too. Giles at 21. Take Me. Midnight Riot.
21.
21 out of the top 30 this evening, finishing off the 30 to 20 section, I guess. That is Gilesy, aka Darren Giles, tune called Take Me. Midnight Riot was the label for you. We're about to head in to our top 20. We're going to count you down from 20 to 11 over the next hour, I guess. But if you missed any of the tunes, you just come in halfway through this hour or whatever, let's recap what was played and what we counted down from 30 to this one right here at 21.
Number 30.
It was number 30 from You Cocos and Jabco. Tune was called Hands On. Big Gospel versus the Good Men, kicking off the show on our top 30 tonight on GAM Enterprises.
29.
This awesome number was 29. You might remember this is the brand new heavies, this time full flavour. You Are the Universe, Michele Kivarini on the remix. Dome record at 29 this year.
28.
With this immense hook was number 28 with Block and Crown. Paul Parsons and Amber Red, She's Got to Be. On New Disco, the New Disco Club Mix on Give Me the Night. Yes, at 28.
She's got to be a dancer, a dancer, a dancer. Like that. She's got to be a dancer, a dancer, a dancer. Like that.
27.
27 was Mark Wilkinson and Kenny Thomas, tune called Sweet Sweet Music. We played you the 2021 extended mix on Life Remix from this year.
Twenty-six.
26 was Opo Lopo on the remix for the Groove Culture Crew, Stone featuring Sully and Fleming. It was called Give It Up, and this was Peter Major's Opo Lopo remix. Relatively recent tune on our playlist, but number 26.
Living without you.
Number 25, tonight, the legendary Ross Couch. It was called Simple Things on Body Rhythm.
24.
Yeah, big on emotion and deep on deepness. It was Christian B on the Bumpin' Philly mix for DeMarcus Lewis, Let Myself Go. Poga House was the label here, 24.
23.
23 was Hanners, Carl Hanahan and Ridney. The tune is called Peace. The original mix on Let There Be House at number 23 this year. Michael Gray and Kelly Say Over and Over was 22, getting the amazing remix treatment by Saison, Lee Darlow and Matthew Bandy at number 22. Sultra was the label right here. Taking you through a little recap of our 30 right down to number 21. We're about to hit the top 20 as we head into 10 o'clock tonight. Well, you just heard it before this at number 21. 21. From Jazzy, Darren Giles, tune called Take Me, Midnight Riot at 21 this year. Rightio, we're only getting going, my friends. It is the final show of the year, the Digital Groove, 30 biggest tunes off the playlist. We're bringing you right through till midnight tonight with the top 30 tunes, and we're about to hit number 20 all the way down to number 11 for this hour.
Number 20.
Okay. By the way, how was your Christmas? We're kind of straight into it, right? I hope your Christmas is nice. You get any nice presents? If you're watching tonight on the YouTube or indeed the Facebook, hopefully Facebook hasn't kicked us off several times by now, right? I'm wearing this actually from it's a buy local jobby, right? Supporting our friends at and I bought this. This isn't a product placement, right? One of my presents to myself. This is from the guys at Fresh Cuts in Dublin, who I'm a big fan of, and I really liked this shirt. I got it just before Christmas for myself, so I said it's such a special occasion tonight, I'd wear that. I hope you like it, right? But did you get any nice presents for yourself too? Maybe you did. Maybe you got nice presents from other people. Anyway, I hope it was great for you and you're chilling out right now. Well, we're about to take you closer to the number one spot, ever closer, at number 20 right now.
Number 20.
This man has been number one before. He's featured so many times. He featured on he's one of the theme people weaved into the Digital Groove fabric. It's Sean McCabe at number 20 on the rework for Akabu. It's called Timeline, and it's number 20 this year. Zed Recordings was the label. Sean McCabe's club rework.
Number 20.
What's
number 20.
Know what I mean? Don't forget your past. Future can last. The rest will follow. What's your frame of mind? Are you lost in
How amazing is that? At number 20 this year. Just think, isn't it lovely to still have Sean McCabe in there in our top 20, our top 30 tunes of the year. All this time of our show on the air, 13 years of doing this, and Sean McCabe's still making these amazing productions for us to play. Good man. Yeah, a lot to choose from this year from Sean McCabe. And this is at number 20, it's Akaboo. It's called Timeline. Sean McCabe's club rework, Z Records, it came out on. So if you have just joined us tonight, we've just hit the 20 mark of our top 30. So in from 20 down to 11 this hour, counting them down chronologically. This is taken from our top 100 tunes of the year, and that's taken from over 1,500 records we played on the radio this year alone. Unbelievable. All amazing. Those 1,500 are all amazing. The top 100 are kind of the difficult choice we had to make to just put 100 in there, okay? And this is now the top 30 counted down chronologically for you. I played this tune loads this year. Every single time it dropped, there was gasps when they heard Alex Mills' vocals. It's got some in Alex Mills. It's called Shout It Back.
I'm just trying to keep it honest.
19.
Sick and tired of being modest. Ain't it time for us to shy away? Gotta grab life by the neck today. When you're flawless and you know it, super fly, then baby show it. Tell them others you ain't come to play, and you ain't gonna shine no other way.
19. Digital Groove Crop. 30 tunes, 3 hours. The countdown is on to number 1.
Is a 10 out of 10. So all I see is an aura that can burst right into a flame. Body work to put
Might even gets a little bit acidy on you. Now, if you're not singing that when you wake up first thing tomorrow morning, I would go and see some kind of head examiner, shrinky person. There's something wrong with you. Massive earworm that will resonate inside your cranium for a long, long time. If it's your first time hearing it, if you heard it before, you go, oh, this one, yeah. Been singing that all year. It's number 19 from Alex Mills, former number one actually on our Digital Groove Top 30 with Sandy Rivero. 2016, I think. Anyway, do you remember that? Anyway, that is Got Some and Alex Mills. Tune is called Shout It Back at number 19 this year for 2021. It's the Extended Mix, a label we played a lot of this year. D4 Dance was the label. I love dropping this tune because it kind of comes in real. You don't really know what's going to happen, you know. And everyone will go, lads, no, you know. Singing it back to you. Shout it back with singing it back to you. Right, anyway, right. Let's go to number 18. Again, one of these tunes, and I've said this, and I've played kind of this sort of tune throughout the year. Sometimes when you see a cover version, I guess would be the best way of putting it, or something that's redone again, that's been done many times, you kind of think, right, do you know what? Here we go, you know. And then sometimes you feel ashamed of yourself because you go, this is amazing. Why did I even cast that judgment on it in the first place? Well, this was an amazing tune. It came out at such a good time for me because my first gig back after the lockdowns and restrictions was at the Manor at the end of August, and it was an old school gig. And this came about a week before that gig took place, and I went, I'm going to play this. And you're going to hear why. It's at number 18 this year. Amazing take on this.
18.
Saving My Love in the name of this. The amazing Trois Garçons record, so good to us throughout 2021. Great to see them in the top 30 with this. John Fitz, Saving My Love, and Wave for the Piano, number 18.
18.
Yes, you can see why that lit up so many dance floors for me. Not that I played that many dance floors this year like anybody else, but anytime I drop this, huge, and it is number 18. John Fitz, Saving My Lovin'. To a generation, that will be a redo or a cover of Pete Hedder's Big Love from 1999 originally. Or if you're another generation, it might be Stargard's Wear It Out from 1979. Anyway, one way or another, that is number 18 this year on Trois Garçons. Wow. That piano. Oh, yes. Okay, moving on. This absolutely took my breath away when I heard it during the year. Number 17 this year in our top 30. It comes from a big conglomerate and I guess collaboration and team effort from these guys. They're all superstars in their own right. Todd Terry, Jay Potter, dancing divas nonetheless, and our dear friend Mr. Lee Wilson on this.
17.
Very much in the classic timeless vibe, and Lee Wilson just makes this oh so sweet. It's called Waiting, and it's number 17 in the top 30 this year. It's the club mix on Todd Terry's in-house recordings.
17.
Times a week.
Yeah, so many amazing collabs and amazing tunes with Lee Wilson throughout 2021 on this show. So glad that's number 17. An all-star cast there. Todd Terry, Jay Potter, Dancing Divas, and of course, the one and only Lee Wilson on vocals. She was called Waiting. In-house records, Todd Terry's label there. That's the club mix 2021. Amazing. 17 this year on our top 30 countdown of the Digital Groove playlist for 2021 on the radio right now till midnight. Now, we're very lucky that our number 16 tune, artiste and our label, has been so kind to us throughout always in fact, but particularly throughout 2021. Sending us his releases and EPs first to play, sometimes even send us absolutely hot off the press. Can't tell anyone you have this kind of stuff. So really, really kind and looked after us, amazing. Continues to look after us, no doubt, as we go through 2022. I'm talking about Conan Liquid. He's here at number 16 on his Crates Motel imprint. This took my breath away when I heard the drop, and every time, and I played this nearly every set I played this year from August onwards, and every time this drop happens you can feel the energy in the crowd just going, oh. And you know what the great thing about Conan Liquid is? He finds the most unusual hooks to use. They're not the same old stuff. It's unusual, amazing hooks that he discovers, and this is a prime example of it. It's number 16 on Crates Motel. It's called Dedicated to Doom. Wait for this drop. And this is the original mix from Conan Liquid. 16 in our top 30 countdown this year. 16. Yes, 16 this year in the top 30 countdown. I think it was from the very first Crates Revival EP. I think he's up to about 11 of them now, maybe 12 even, but certainly up around double digits mark. This was the first 3-tracker from his Crates Motel label, and this off it, Dedicated to Doom. That hook is unreal. No idea what it is, no idea who it's by originally, but he found it and used it with absolute devastating effect. There you go, Conan Liquid 16, Dedicated to Doom of Crates Revival 1, the original mix back in August on Crates Motel, bringing us to the halfway mark tonight. In our top 30 countdown, we're about to hit number 15 right now. This is a tune called Freedom, DJ Gomi and Aaron K. Gray. 15. Shedrick Mitchell involved here too, it's the original mix. Played this loads this year, and every time everyone's singing it at you. It's on Nervous Records. 15. It's a combo of those drums. That percussion is just really driving, particularly a big system, right? Maybe you're listening to decent headphones you got for Crimbo, right? But that kind of driving drums with that big gospel kind of vibe. And of course, the wonderful vocals by Aaron K. Gray. And you know what? I think it struck a chord with everybody because of the name of it. Freedom, freedom, you know. And rightly so. Anyway, huge for me this year. Huge every time I played it. It's number 15, bringing us to the halfway mark. About time-wise as well, 32 minutes past 10 p.m. right now. We're here until midnight tonight, yeah. So we're taking you through an extra hour. Again, thanks to Kimura for letting us commandeer his show. Once again this year, he's always let us gracefully stood aside and let us, or graciously as well, take his show for our last show of the year to bring you the top 30. And that, as we said, halfway, 15. DJ Gome, Aaron K. Gray and Shedrick Mitchell. Freedom, Freedom, the name of that, on Nervous Records, the original mix. And yeah, I don't know if I played it by accident. It was a terrible thing to say, I don't mean like that, but I don't think I said, I played this. And I think I played it every week. I played in Pygmalion in Dublin here, when things were starting easing up a little bit. It just seemed to strike a chord with everybody, and it became a firm favourite, and you can hear why. So really big tune for me this year, really big. Yeah, getting ever closer to that number one spot this year. It is in our top 100. I played a little bit of guessing game. If you're that way, maybe a betting person. It is in there. Of course, our top 100 tunes off our playlist is up there in alphabetical order. But this is the top 30 in, I suppose, counting down order for you from 30 to 1 tonight. We're going to go to number 14 next. Wait for this.
14.
Big names on this too, featuring Mark Knight and Michael Gray. Both had amazing years. Great album by Mark Knight. Just amazing stuff from Michael Gray always. This is Ingram. It's called DJ's Delight at number 14.
14. Cream of the Digital Groove crop. 30 tunes, 3 hours. The countdown is on to number 1. 14.
You can hear why that was such an instant hit. When everybody, coughing at you, don't I inhaled my own DJ's Delight there. I was inhaling with Delight there. At number 14. It's just so catchy, isn't it? Ingram, DJ's Delight, Mark Knight and Michael Gray, the extended mix for you. Uni Disc is the label. One of those tunes, probably all of them fall into this category somewhere or another, but one of those tunes they had people coming up asking you what it was. What is that? Well, it's Ingram, DJ's Delight. Mark Knight and Michael Gray, don't you know? There you go, get your mitts around that on Unidisc. Okay. On 213, number 13 in our top 30 countdown.
13.
What a tune. What a tune. Izzo Fitzroy does such an amazing vocal on this. It just grabs you right down there. And by that I mean in the fields, don't you know? This is Crack and Smack with the double A's, featuring Izzo Fitzroy. The tune is called Twilight. It's Aeroplane on the remix Aeroplane, from France. It's on Boogie Angst. Used to play this as the sun was going down in Pygmalion during the summer. And it just set the tone beautifully. But when I heard this during the year, the first time I heard this played on the show, and just what a beautiful record. Had to be in the top 30 this year. Crack and Smack, Izzo Fitzroy, Twilight, Aeroplane's remix.
See a twinkle in your eyes, lighting up the winter skies. I can't seem to fight. Please wake me from the deep. Oh yeah. Take me to the twilight. Can't touch us when we cross that line.
13.
Take me to the twilight. Keep moving through the devil's eye. Tomorrow's just a day, and another time for us to play. So we'll take our chance on fate. Promises we'll keep. Whoa. Take me to the twilight. Can't touch us when we cross that line.
13.
Take me to the twilight. Take me to
13.
Take me to the twilight, yeah, yeah. Keep moving to the devil's eye.
Do you know what? It's just a great record. It's just a great record. Great song. Just great. Yeah, it's really one of the best records I've ever heard, that. And it's Aeroplane of the remix. Huge for me this year. And just simply a great record. As I said, crack and smack. Amazing vocals by Izzo Fitzroy. The tune is called Twilight. Aeroplane's remix. Boogie Angst was the label there. Lots of Boogie Angst in there. Should ease your Boogie Angst, if anything, I think. Anyway, what a beautiful tune. Number 13 this year. I don't know if it's the percussione or if it's the kind of new shoes I can't wait sort of vibe in there too. And just her vocal makes it, doesn't it? Amazing stuff, amazing. Wow. Don't forget, we will recap these just before the top of the hour, before we head into our top 10. We'll take you through 20 to number 11 once again, just briefly, and tell you what we played. Anyway, we're going to take you right now to number 12. This man was number 2 last year. He was a breath away from being number 1 last year. It was right down to the wire, that. Even before I came on air, it was still, oh. Anyway. He's number 12 right now. It's DeMarcus Lewis. Firm favourite of ours. We love him so much. We just love him so much. This is one of many of his tunes in the top 100. Just the vocal sort of working on this. When it all comes together. This is the kind of tune you'll wake up singing, right? DeMarcus Lewis, number 12. Basically, the name of this, the label was Crossland Music. It's this year's number 12. Wait for it. 12. He's so prolific, DeMarcus Lewis. We play we nearly, on average, play a tune a week by him, if not two, actually. And every time he nails it, every time. And if you listen to his stuff, and you're hearing it right now, it's kind of like, getting real poetic on you now, but it's kind of like, it's like a lava just coming down and just enveloping everything. It just takes shape as it goes through the whole tune. And that's a great example of it there. It's called Basically at number 12 this year. DeMarcus Lewis on Crossland Music. You just have to go with it. You just have to listen to the whole thing on, oh yeah, I love where this is going. And there you go, love that tune, right. Number 12, there you go. We're going to recap after this one. It's number 11 coming at you right now. We're going to recap then from 20 to 11, then hit into our top 10, don't you know? Woohoo! Bam, gentlemen, please. Right into number 11.
11.
This surprised me big time this year, and pleasantly, right? When I heard this, I went, whoa. Seriously. This is Todd Terry. Every time I drop this, the whole place went, what is that? Seriously. It's called 2 Da Breakdown 2021. It's number 11, just outside our top 10 tonight. Immense. It's just a great house record, isn't it? It really is. It's got everything in there. It's almost the kind of tune I'd finish my set with, you know, kind of flavour. It's just great. Anyway, it's number 11 in our top 30 countdown of 2021. It's Todd Terry. Tune is called 2DA, 2 Da Breakdown for Dublin people. 2021. 2 Da Breakdown 2021. The club mix on in-house recordings at number 11. Right, it is 8 minutes away from 11 o'clock. We normally would be finishing at 11, but we're not. Tonight, for our final show of the year, we're going till midnight, and we're going to bring you our top 10 next. Before we do all that, you may have just come in the middle of it. You may have forgotten what we played. We did recap at the top of the last hour from 30 to 21. We're going to recap right now for 20 to 11. So we're going to go from number 20 all the way to this one at number 11 and tell you what we played and let you hear snippets of what we played. And then we're going to head into the big one, the big time, the bonus hour, the top 10 digital groove tunes of 2021. Hope you're enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying it. I love all these tunes, obviously. Hopefully you're enjoying them too. And hopefully you're having. I'm actually almost a year off the off alcohol. I said I'd give it a break for a year after last Christmas, and I've been working my way through some Guinness Zero. So, Jane, your man's polishing off the pints there, and he's still standing. It's Guinness Zero. Right, let's take a recap from 20 to 11.
Number 20.
This was Sean McCabe at number 20. Always worthy of a top 30 spot, Mr. Sean McCabe. It was him on the remix for Akabu, tune called Timeline. The Sean McCabe club rework on Z Recordings at number 20 this year.
19.
Such a huge tune for me this year. Number 19. So Alex Mills and Godson. Tune was called Shout It Back. The extended mix on D4 Dance. Number 19. 18 saw this amazing job by John Fitz on Take a Big Pete header. To me or you probably. Saving My Lovin'. Trois Garçons was the label at number 18. John Fitz, Saving My Lovin'. Wait for that piano. Whoa. Just heard Todd Terry. Well, here he is again. Previously at 17 with Todd Terry, Jay Potter, Dancing Divas, and the legendary Lee Wilson. Waiting was the name of the tune. It was the club mix at 17 on in-house recordings. '16 was Conan Liquid off his very first Crates Revival EP on Crates Motel with this amazing hook. Can't get enough of this hook. Dedicated to Doom was the name of this at 16. The original mix, Conan Liquid. At 15, the anthemic Freedom Freedom, DJ Gomi, Aaron K. Gray, Shedrick Mitchell, the original mix of Freedom Freedom on Nervous Records at 15. Huge, just huge. Yeah, rinsing this hook within an inch of its life, and rightly so, and so well done. Mark Knight and Michael Gray on the extended mix for Ingram DJ's Delight on Unidisc Records at number 14 this year. 13. Yeah, classy record at number 13. Crack and Smack, Izzo Fitzroy, Twilight. Had Aeroplane on the remix, Boogie Angst at 13 this year. Wow. Pure master of his craft, Mr. DeMarcus Lewis at number 12. So many DeMarcus Lewis tunes we played this year. This was amazing and had to be in there. Number 12, it's called Basically Crossland Music. 11. You literally just heard this before we went to our recap. It is taking us right up to our top 10 tonight. This is tune number 11 of our 30 biggest tunes of 2021. Todd Terry, To The Breakdown 2021. The Club Mix, in-house recordings. Finishing off this hour and finishing off our 20 to number 11 section of the 2021 30 tunes of the year. That's a recap done for you, folks. The time literally about to hit right now, 11 o'clock into, yes, the final hour of the Digital Groove. Here we go. Top 10 time. This is number 10 all the way to number 1. Number 10. Now, set in hour 1 tonight, you'd be a fool to rule out this man for a second place in our top 30 countdown this year, and he's straight in. If you're not taking the hint, he's straight in at number 10 in our top 30 this year. Second tune in the top 30 for this man this year. A former number oneer. In fact, last year he was our number 1 tune of the year, and he was our Artiste of the Decade on our 10th anniversary show back in 2018. Here he is at number 10, kicking off our final hour, our heavy hitters, our biggest tunes of 2021. This is Ross Couch. Tune is called On Fire. Doing all that Ross Couch magic in this at number 10 this year. Body Rhythm. Number 10. Sitting pretty at number 10 this year. I have to say, Ross Couch's music, you know this, but Ross Couch's music has meant so much to me over the tenure of this show and beyond. Whether it's stuff like this or his, what I used to call aggressive soul, that used to just put you through your paces, or this stuff that just soothes the soul so much. And Ross's music has really brought me through some tough times emotionally in my life, and grateful for that. This is one of those moments. For me, it's number 10, Ross Couch, On Fire. Came in November. It was very possibly the worst month. 2021 for me, for lots of obvious reasons. And there you are, second tune from Ross Couch in our top 30, sitting at number 10 this year, On Fire, Body Rhythm Records. Beautiful, lovely. Now, back. Now, I mentioned that I did a gig at the Manor, which was my first gig back after COVID. It was I did two in a row, actually. Did it the Friday and then we did another one the Saturday after. Well, I played this on the Friday and it was supposed to be an old school gig, and I said, I don't care, I'm dropping this tune, because I so wanted to drop this tune to a crowd of people. And you'll see why it has an old school infiltration in this. This was huge. When I heard this on Martin Icon's Instagram, I think. Initially I went, I have to have this tune immediately. It's called Back in Time. It's number 9 on Ultra Records. It's just huge, and it had to be in the top 10 this year. The crowd reaction to this every time. You know, say no more. You know.
9. Cream of the Digital Groove Crop. 30 tunes, 3 hours. The countdown is on to number 1.
It just cements. The great thing about this tune is, obviously my generation of I suppose clubber and or DJ, and those of us who grew up in 90s electronic dance music would have been well familiar with Chime by Orbital. There's a generation that may never have heard that. I'm aware of that, right? So they may have come to this tune going, wow, I just think this is an amazing record. But of course, if you knew Chime by Orbital, this just sounded like Chime in a blender, and really well done, Anyway. I took great delight in playing a brand new tune in an old school set at the Manor. In fact, you can hear that set on Mixcloud. The great thing about this, I remember bringing it into I Can't Take the Power by Offshore. Remember that? I Can't Take the Power? Well, obviously, just with production values having, progressed so well in the year 2021 versus the year 1991 or whatever, when this comes in over I Can't Take the Power, it's like the whole place gets floored. What? Boom! Constant kick comes in. Boom! Have a listen to it. It's actually, if I say so myself, just because it's so different, it's quite an interesting set there on Mixcloud. If you want to have a look, anyway, whatever, not now. Jenny, don't do it now. Anyway, there you go. Martin Icahn back in time. Number 9 on Ultra Records. Huge, absolutely huge for us this year. Isn't that amazing? Number 9. A big tune at number 8 coming at you right now. Going to bring you to number 8. I think of it, there's a good chance we won't have time to recap the top 10. Is that okay? And the reason for that is I'm going to try in the background here while we're going through these in this last hour. I'm going to try and get in touch with our number oneer. Okay, and if we call our number oneer this year and bring the number oneer on the telephone, we may not have time to recap, so pay attention to 10 and 9. So Ross Couch on fire at number 10, Martin Icahn back in time at number 9, and this at number 8. Our dear friends, Full Intention. When I heard this, I actually fell to my knees when I heard this. It just went like that. Oh my God, is this? Oh my God. Full Intention, it's called Sky's the Limit. Just an absolute powerhouse of Full Intention goodness. It's on their own label, Full Intention. This is the extended mix, a bit of D-Train in here. And this is Sky's the Limit. Gas thing is, I just made the same mistake when I played this the first time in the digital booth this year. It wasn't, it was Walking on Sunshine, wasn't it? Always get those two tunes mixed up. I'm not the only one, by the way. Yeah, it was Rocker's Revenge used Sky's the Limit, wasn't it? And I always thought it was D-Train too. Anyway, come on. Number 8, Full Intention, Sky's the Limit, it's immense. Wait for the piano drop, please. This year's number 8. 8. resolution for 2022. Stop doubting yourself. I suppose it's not for now, but I said I'll briefly do it, right? So I would have considered myself a kind of, broadly speaking, D-Train fan. I had the 3 albums and all, right? Like a lot of D-Train stuff. And I always thought, this is D-Train. And then I heard Rocker's Revenge, Walking in Sunshine, and I said, Jay, that's D-Train. I always thought that tune was D-Train. You're the one for me. Because I was going to be my wedding song. Longer story for another day. Anyway, turns out after a quick Google, I said, there has to be some more to this. And it's not for now, I know, but real quick, there you go. D-Train was sampled by Rocker's Revenge. So, look, stick to the original story. Nice bit of D-Train in there for Full Intention at number 8. It's confusing altogether. Thanks a lot, Arthur Baker. Anyway, that is number 8. It is called Sky's the Limit. It is Full Intention. Amazing. Just that piano. Wow. It's just powerhouse and amazing. Incidentally, the Sky's the Limit lyric was from Keep On, not from You're the One for Me, which Rocker's Revenge also used. Anyway, another day's work. Right up, hurry. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Here we are. This is a 2-track EP that was sent my way very kindly by Adam Nyquist before Salted started sending me promo. So I got the early jump on this one. And the 2 tracks off it, Second Summer was one we played one week. And this was not the B-side, but the other track off it, 2-track. Second Summer, amazing, big piano tune, loved it. And then I heard this and went, wait a minute, this is also incredible. It's called No One Knows, and it's been huge for Adam Nyquist this year. It's number 7 in our top 30 of 2021 on Salted. Seven. country number 7 in our Digital Group Top 30 of 2021. He's also in there in the top 100 with the other tune off that EP, the second summer EP on Salted Music. This is called No One Knows at number 7, and the other tune is called Second Summer. So both amazing. Both tunes I played in my sets this year, and No One Knows always struck a chord with the crowd. Everybody gone, yeah. Give me more of that, please. I'll have more of that, please. Thank you very much. Now, on to number 6. This is a special tune for me tonight. We mentioned back in hour 1, Christian B. It's such a great year on our show. Looked after us a lot of music. He bought a lot of it as well. Anywhere we could find Christian B, we got it. We were just happy to get his stuff, and we played him at number 24 on the remix for DeMarcus Lewis, and he's back in our top 10 right now on the remix for Lewis Daniels, formerly Lavi Levan, by the way, in case some of you were confused over that. Lewis Daniels, a tune called Love Pulse on their own Friday Fox imprint. This is Christian B's remix. Played this a lot this year in my sets, and played it a lot personally. And again, you know, music should help you process your emotions. It should help you make sense of the world you live in and the things you go through. And this is one of those tunes that ticked all those boxes for me. I just love it. We said about Christian's tune back in hour 1. There's just that little rich element of emotion to his tunes that's a little bit deeper and resonates a little bit deeper with you. And I think this exemplifies that perfectly. This piano just washes over you. Love this. Lewis Daniels, Love Pulse, Christian B's remix. Let me have my moment with it. It's number 6. Well done, Christian B. What a great year you've had, my friend. Please keep these tunes coming in 2022. 6.
6.
My friends, is music doing its job. That's Christian B doing his job excellently as well. You know, it's like Christian B said, yeah, I know you've gone through a bit, like we all are at this time in the world, and just take this tune and wrap it around you and just let it do you good. And hopefully it did you good, and it did me good, and it continues to do me good. It's number 6 this year in our top 30 of 2021. Lewis Daniels. It's called Love Puss, and it's the Christian B remix on Friday Fox Recordings. Oh, I just love it so much. And there you go. Lovely jubbly. Right. At 25 minutes past 11 p.m. right now. If you're a Kimura fan, he's kindly let us, you probably noticed if you're a Kimura fan, he's kindly let us take his final show of the year. So we could do our final show of the year till midnight, bring you the top 30 off our playlist.
The cream of the Digital Groove crop. 30 tunes, 3 hours. The countdown is on to number 1.
And Shizzle is about to get very real. We're about to hit the top 5 right now.
5.
Lots of friends involved in this. That's not the reason it's number 5. It's number 5 because Grant Nelson is a genius. Simple as that, really. This is Grant Nelson on the remix for our dear friend Matt Early with Lee Jeffries and Otis Corley. I Think I'm Falling in Love, the name it is.
5.
Grant Nelson doing Grant Nelson things. He's really good at that. As you can hear, that's number 5, Matt Early, Lee Jeffries and Otis Corley. I Think I'm Falling in Love. Grant Nelson's remix on Lockdown Records. Another wish of mine for 2021 is hopefully get to see Grant Nelson. I miss his hugs. I genuinely, he's one of the best huggers out there. He'd hug you back to life in every way. It's great. I miss you, mate. Amazing job on that. Number 5, isn't that amazing? Wow. Right. We've turned into that. We already turned into that final approach now of here's the biggies, the big biggies. Number 4. Gotta dedicate this to Baba Robbain, a friend of mine. You might have heard him talking to me in Amsterdam at our ADE Light special this year from Amsterdam. He's back over doing his lockdown Houdini antics, I think, in India, and more power to him. Anyway, I remember seeing him wheeling the El Coma bike around with this pumping out. I go, oh no, this tune, I played this tune, it's a great record. So we have great tastes, my friend. It's number 4, amazing tune. Every time I play this out, particularly in Pygmalion, our beloved Pygmalion here in Dublin, but every time I play this out, I got the same reaction. Nice little twists and turns in this tune, and it does it really well. It's our dear friend Mike Milrain. At number 4, the tune is called Lift Me Up. Got that mental instrument going on in it too. The original mix, Soul Revolution, at number 4 this year in our top 30 tunes, edging closer and closer to the number 1.
Digital Groove Crop. 30 tunes, 3 hours. The countdown is on to number 1. 4.
Just ticks all them boxes, doesn't it? Just covers all the bases of amazingness. Number 4 in our top 30. Wow, here we are. Mike Milrain, Lift Me Up, the original mix. Huge tune for everyone this year. I think it wasn't number one track source, wasn't it? For what? Yeah, huge tune for a lot of people this year. You can hear why. Soul Revolution, his own label, is the label. Lovely jumping, Mike. Again, special dedication to Baba Robin there for giving me that moment on Instagram. I know that tune. That's a great record. Gone through the streets in their cargo bike playing that. Top job, man. Top job. Right, that reminds me, shouldn't give the game away. I'm working furiously, well, not furiously, but semi-furiously in the background here, trying to get hold of our number oneer. We want to talk to our number oneer on the radio tonight. And yeah, let's see. I haven't got a lot of time left. So it looks like my number oneer is going to get back to me. They have some food arriving, so that might put the kai by. No, we get sorted. I said, I don't care. You need to come on. Then listen, the number oneer doesn't know why they're coming on. So, okay. Bear that in mind. The number oneer doesn't know. He's the number oneer of the Digital Groove 2021. It's a big surprise. So, anyway. Let's hope that works out. Right, we've got to get to number 3. Whoa. Now, we always say about number 3. When we get to number 3 in the Digital Groove Top 30, we're getting really close. We're splitting hairs when it comes to that. Ooh, this was so close to being my favourite. And in a broader speaking way, it can only be one number one, you know, that kind of way, but like all these are just so close, and really all of them are anyway, but you know, when we get to 3, we're really splitting hairs. Anyway, this meant so much to me this year, this tune. The next one, 3. Love this man so much. We played so much of his music over the years. He's featured in so many of our top 30s, top 10s. Here he is at number 3. Again, this tune, I don't want to harp on about it, but this tune really meant something to me at the time in my life where I said goodbye to my best friend. And my best friend, of course, was Inky. So many of our regular listeners and watchers would be very familiar with. He died just under a month ago. And this tune was playing at the time in my mind a lot. It's Seb Jr. It's called Express Yourself. It's the extended mix of number 3. La Vida Artiste is the label. Good job, Sven. Good job, Seb. 3. 3. Seb Jr. Amazing year for Seb Jr. Once again, he's had so many amazing years. He's just amazing. Simple as that, isn't he? Express Yourself, the name of that, on his own La Vida Artiste, out in November. So only a fresh enough arrival into the Digital Group playlist, but nonetheless as important as ever. There you are, number 3, the extended mix of Express Yourself. Love that so much. I say, it's mad how a Frenchman living in Spain with no lyrics in his song can just speak right into your heart. I love that. That's the great thing about music. It's a universal language, you know that. And there you are, doing great things. Seb Jr., number 3, Express Yourself, the extended mix, La Vie d'Artiste. Don't you know? Right, making machinations here to get in touch with our number oneer this year. We managed to do that. I think we didn't get Brian Tapper one year, but we got Sandy Rivera. He was running for the plane. We got Moon Rocket on a couple of years ago. Yeah, we've tried to get our number oneers on over the years, and I'm looking like I might do it this year. If we don't get our number oneer on, we'll do a recap before we play our number one. Right, we're going to play number 2 next. Now, our number 2 absolutely floored me when I heard it. Wait for the piano and wait for the big gospel. Yeah! It's huge, and I just absolutely love this tune. It's number 2 this year. We're about to head into it. It comes from Poga House Records. Once again, second Poga House release in our top 30. The tune is called in XTC. It's the original mix from Brock Edwards and Jack Waddy. And it just comes in with this amazing piano. And it's just this tiny little almost gospel choir vocal just slips in there. Just blows your mind, this. So here we go, taking us up to almost the number 1 spot. It's our number 2 this year. Brock Edwards, Jack Watty, In Ecstasy, the original mix we're going to play for you tonight. The label is Poga House.
Number 2. Digital Groove Crop. 30 tunes, 3 hours. The countdown is on to number 1. Number 2.
If you're watching, you can tell I was enjoying that. It's actually sweat dripping down the windows from this condensation. Sweat dripping down my armpits. Number 2. Wow. Brock Edwards, you legend. Thank you so much. With Jack Waddy, of course, making that tune. In Ecstasy, the name of the track. Tune number 2 tonight, the original mix, Poga House recordings. And in fairness, all due to Sasha Virus, who did an amazing mix on this too. We played the two together when we played this on the show. And the Jack Waddy mix, the Sasha, it's been a long night. The Sasha Virus mix of Jack Waddy and Brock Edwards is in our top 100. But there you are, number 2, Brock Edwards and Jack Waddy, In Ecstasy, the original mix. Right, really quick recap. I will be able to go to the phone. That's the good news. So I've got a quick recap. Just tell you what we played. Number 10, Ross Couch on Fire, Body Rhythm. Number 9 was Martin Eichen, Back in Time. That's a big kind of chime in a blender jobby on Ultra Records. Number 8 was Full Intention with Sky's the Limit, who it did turn out was D-Train. The extended mix on Full Intention. Adam Nyquist was at number 7 with No One Knows on Salted. Lewis Daniels and Love Puss, the Christian B remix on Friday Fox at number 6. Number 5 was Matt Early and Lee Jeffries featuring Otis Corley. Grant Nelson on the remix for I Think I'm Falling in Love on Lockdown Records. Thank you. Aptly titled. Number 4 was Mike Milrain, Lift Me Up, the original mix on Soul Revolution. Seb Jr. before this, that amazing hook as Express Yourself, the extended mix on La Vida Artista number 3. And right here, almost the number 1 spot, but taking us up to our number 1 spot, Brock Edwards, Jack Waddy, In Ecstasy, the original mix on Poga House recording. Tell you, the extra hour takes it out of you, but it's all amazing stuff, isn't it? Right, I'm going to hit the button. We're going to call our number oneer. He has no idea why we're calling him. He thinks we're calling for a chat. Let's have a chat. Right, joining us on the phone. I was wondering, was he going to be in New York in a lovely, snow, like a snow globe? I kind of imagine why. New York could be glorious this time of year. Right now, I don't know, but I imagined the kind of Christmas scene in New York, and Neil sitting there maybe with a mulled wine or a hot chocolate. It's Niels from Dutch and Soul joining us. However, tonight on the show from Holland. Niels, how are you? First of all, welcome to the programme tonight, mate. How are you? And where are you exactly?
Niall Redmond, thank you so much for having me. I'm in Amsterdam right now.
Wow, and are you visiting? Because the last time, it's mad to think, the last time we spoke was 2019. Isn't that unbelievable? Seems like a lifetime ago.
That's right.
We were sitting outside the Hoxton, I think, having our final chat. It's funny, you were talking as our final guest on our final show of 2021. But we were talking on the ADE show, the final guest, the ADE show 2019, and you were heading back to New York, and now you're in Amsterdam. So are you visiting, or are you relocated back, or what's happening?
So I'm actually back and forth from Amsterdam and New York, but due to COVID and restrictions, I've been mainly in New York, which has been really great. Having a great time. I have my studio there, so I'm all good over there, despite the world going crazy. I'm just locked in my studio downstairs, and I'm happy.
How was your Christmas? Was it good?
Christmas was fantastic. It was awesome. Warm with the family. Great reunion. Seeing everyone again that I hadn't seen in quite a while. Actually, I think about 7 months. So typical Christmas, but lovely. Really great catching up with everyone. So and obviously stomach full enough for the next year.
Tell me about it. I'm gonna, January, look, that's the whole thing, isn't it? We've another 3 days or so just to get the eating out of our system, and then it's back to, New Year's resolutions and all that kind of thing.
God.
You really have no idea what I'm calling you tonight, do you? You really have no idea. Well, I tell you why I'm calling you tonight. I'm calling you because we love you, and you're one of our dear friends on the show, and we just wanted to have a chat with you, and that's always a great reason to call you. But I'm calling you specifically for one reason tonight. I've just gone through almost 3 hours of my favourite tracks of 2021. The tracks that meant the most to me, not only in the club, on the radio, of course, but just personally as well. All these tunes, just been enjoying them for almost the last 3 hours, and we've come to the number one spot. And I gotta tell you, you're the number one spot, my friend. Yes, you. No, I'm not kidding you. You were the number one spot with the most amazing record I've heard this year, the most amazing record I've played this year, and the most amazing record I've enjoyed this year. And I know you've had a lot of great records this year, so you're probably going, Jesus, which one is it? Well, I can tell you it was a huge, huge record for you this year. It sat very high in the number one spot on TrackSource for weeks and weeks and weeks, if I remember correctly. Every time I played this record out, and it wasn't many times because we only started opening our clubs about August, September, but when I played this record out, to see the reaction of people on their faces when they heard this tune, this bass line coming in, and then heard everything coming together, you could just see the whole club change, and it was before your eyes. It is, of course, Artone, JJ, back in the days, and your Dutching and Soul remix of this on Salted Music. It's our number one tune of the year, mate.
Oh my God, I am flabbergasted. Thank you so much for all the support and the love for this and on this record from the last year. I am flabbergasted. If you want to hear the story behind the project,
absolutely we do.
So what happened is Artone, 3 years ago, he did artwork for Dutch and Soul, rebranding. In return for that, like a barter deal, I'll remix one of your songs or tracks or whatever comes up, And it just took a little while. And then all of a sudden he's like, yeah, I'm working on this track. And I was listening to one of my inspirators. He said, JJ, on YouTube, and he sampled his voice. And he showed it to me. I'm like, yeah, awesome, that's cool. And I was going through my hard drive, listening to some old projects that I either hadn't finished or had forgotten about. And all of a sudden, this project opened up, and I was like, I think this could work. And I think I've kind of forgotten about this project also. So thank God it actually melted together. And I was like, yep. So I said, this will be perfect for Miguel Mix's Salted Music. And obviously he just it blew his mind, Artone's mind, because it was his dream to release on Salted Music. And there you go. The rest is history.
Listen, man, there's a whole lot of magic going on there. There's a whole lot of magic things going on there, including your magic talents. And, all your records, I love your stuff, and I have to love your stuff for forever. All your records have always that Dutch and Soul sprinkle of magic, but this had it in spades, mate. This had it in absolute spades, from that bass line to my favourite bump, bump, bump. Everything in it. Just incredible, right? Incredible. So well done to you. What an amazing job you did on that record. And, it kind of reminded me of the early sulfuric stuff almost, and it was kind of up to date then, and it just had everything going on in it. I had the roads, and I have to honestly, I told you from the start, when I played this record this year, even on the show, great. Myself, great, had it on my headphones all the time, in the gym, everywhere. But when I played this record out, I know it was towards the end of the lockdowns and all that kind of thing, but every time I played this record in Slovakia, played this record in Amsterdam, I played it in Pygmalion here in Dublin. Every time I played it, you could see the crowd going, oh, what's this? You could just see the change. And that's a magic record. That is a magic record, and that's why it's the number one record this year, mate. Nothing like it at all. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Not at all. Thank you so much for sharing your gift with us.
And thank you also for sharing your story in how you see the crowd responses in the clubs and bars and etc. where you play that tune out. I mean, I haven't been playing in a long time, so I haven't been really testing it. Yep. So thank you so much for even playing and sharing it. I mean, this means the world to me.
Amazing. You're number one this year, my friend. Thank you so much, and thanks so much for coming on tonight. Please have a lovely New Year's Eve, whatever you happen to be doing. And look, I promise you, somewhere we will see each other next year in 2022, okay?
Absolutely. And thank you again so much. And to all the listeners, thank you also and all the DJs that have been supporting my music. And I just feel really, really, really thankful and blessed for this. And to you all as well, a fantastic 2022, and stay safe and healthy, and hopefully see you again on the dance floor. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you again, Niall.
Absolutely, man. We're going to take a listen to it now. It's our number one tune of 2021 off our playlist of over 1,500 records on the show this year. This is the cream of the crop. It is the Dutch Soul remix of Our Town featuring JJ. It's called Back in the Days on Salted Music. Came out about July. Enjoy it. We'll talk to you before we go tonight. Once again, happy Christmas belated to you, my friend. Thank you so much for the music. Keep them coming. You know we love you dearly. We love you. Take care, man.
Thank you. See you later.
Number one.
Back in the day, the groovier stuff, the really sort of stripped down, laid back disco, funky soulful, it's really similar to a lot of the stuff that sort of became this San Francisco sound. You know, I'm still just as much a fan of this music as I was back then. I mean, I love house music.
This is the number one track from the Digital Groove playlist. Number one.
The number one record of our playlist 2021. Back in the Days, Our Town and JJ. Dutch Soul's remix, finishing off tonight's show for you. We're back next week. Thank you so much for listening. Hope you had a lovely Christmas. Happy New Year in advance to you. We're back next week with a clean sheet. And thanks to Neil Schroeder for coming on and having a chat with us tonight. And thanks to him for the music. Hope you enjoy the show. Good night to you.